Oh my God.
It all just happened so fast, I just could not believe what was happening.
I got into work one morning, gone through my inbox like I usually do, Patriot Fire, I think was the title. And I opened it up, went straight past the text to the photos, and first reaction was like, oh my God, what's happened? Is anybody hurt?
We had very, very serious discussions about, okay, well, that's it, done.
It's pretty sad. Going through that email and seeing those photos was just absolutely heartbreaking.
Just turned around and just saw the whole thing alight, like fully alight, not just a little bit. The whole top of the trailer was lit up. The front of the kitchen was lit up. Leah was screaming, the kids were crying.
So the first thing I did was email Matt, mate, let's get on a phone call, let's see what we can do.
My first thought when I saw it was just pure disbelief, like shock. This is our home. Yeah, there's a lot to think about, like will the trip continue? Where do we go now? What happens next?
We're a family of 4, and in July of 2023, we set off from London to drive around the world.
We just thought we need a simple solution that we can basically land and go. And that's when we came to the conclusion that if we want to go remote and we want to live for long periods of time, we're going to need water, we're going to need electric. We've got 2 young kids, so we need storage, and we need to sleep 4 people, 4 growing people. And this is where we found Patriot. We watched a ton of reviews, a ton of YouTube videos, read a load of blogs using AI, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we just came to the conclusion that, the X3 does the job for us.
So Matt had the ambitions of doing something that I think every Patriot Campers owner ultimately would love to do, or, it's one of those, the bucket list items, Take the young family away, go and show them the world. To see what they're doing with that product and the kilometres that they're putting on it, this is their home, Their entire life is in that vehicle and that little camper trailer from Australia,
We had spent nearly a month exploring the wilder side of Kyrgyzstan. Our time here was coming to an end, and we were heading to Kelsu Lake, our last stop before heading down south to cross over into western China. We were about an hour away from reaching Kelsu Lake and decided to take a lunch break on this riverbed. I was standing at the kitchen when all of a sudden I saw what looked like water gushing down from the top of the trailer.
I smelled the gas, and I knew that it was the fuel bag had burst somehow. Literally, as soon as I smelled that, the whole kitchen just went whoosh. The cooker wasn't even right next to where it was coming down. So it all just happened so fast. I didn't even have a chance to move the cooker away. But the first thing that I actually did was, I was shouting Matt over and over because I just could not believe what was happening. I shut the gas off for the cooker right away. And then it kind of all got a bit blurry from there. Matt kind of stepped in, and I was just trying to get the kids away because we didn't know, if something could explode or...
My first thought is make sure they're safe, so they got away. And then the second thought was just try and get all the fuel sources disconnected and away from the trailer, because there's no point trying to put a fire out if there's more fuel going into it.
You know, as with anything, no matter how much prep you did, even if you did 10 years prep, 20 years prep, you had all the experts, all the consultants, all the gear, you've done everything you think you can humanly do, shit's still gonna go wrong.
The initial reaction seeing the footage that came through that Matt sent through to us over social media was complete shock.
These are the giant loop armadillo bags we've been using over the past 4 months to extend our range and reach more remote locations. The company states that each bag is pressure tested. There are no limitations mentioned regarding the temperature or elevation change. One of the fuel bags was mounted on the trailer to help distribute the weight more evenly. The rest of the fuel was on top of the Grenadier.
So, you know, for everyone on social media that's kind of, you know, pointing the finger at them, I use fuel bladders. I use them on my boat. I use them in some of the camper trailers. I think the smartest thing that they could have done was not have it inside the car. So if it's not going to be inside the car, where else is it going to be? On the roof rack or on the roof of the trailer?
Sometimes things get really challenging, and so this was arguably almost the cherry on the top. And you know, we had very, very serious discussions about, okay, well, that's it, done.
First reaction was the trailer's toast. Yeah, and literally it's toast, it's over. Looking at the photos and not really seeing what was going on behind the scenes, you know, it just looked like an absolute mess.
We'd already pushed our finances way beyond what we wanted to initially to have the setup that we do. So that was all going on in my mind. And then obviously just the whole stress of it all, the trauma of it all, the kids, so what sort of long-term effects is this going to have? And if we do stay on the road, what does that all look like? You know, so plus 1,000 other things, you know, including like, where are we going to go now? Where are we going to sleep for the next however long? And then the Chinese visa was a real pressure because we'd already had to fly to Georgia to get this visa. So we were right on the limit. So yeah, all this was kind of going on in our minds, including like, you know, maybe we should contact Patriot even though this had nothing to do with them.
We sent off an email to Patriot Campers and crossed our fingers. We didn't know how it was going to go considering the trailer wasn't the cause of the fire, but it was worth a try.
We got onto a video call, and as he started kind of peeling back the layers, opening the doors, and I'm looking at this trailer, and the first thing that went straight into my head was, Lloyd, we could probably give this a shot. We could probably get this thing back on the road. So I got off the phone with Matt, grabbed my whole engineering team, the entire engineering team. I think there ended up 10 or 11 of us in the boardroom, engineers and my production team. We sat down and went through the photos, and I said, hey guys, can we repair this? And everybody looked at me the way that they look at me when I come up with one of those stupid ideas. Everyone looked at me like, dude, like, here we go again. This is what's going to start it.
Justin pulled us all into a meeting and showed us the footage. First it was shock, I suppose, that they could burn like we saw. But you know, then we started talking about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And I suppose the next thing was excitement. We fixed rollovers and, you know, repaired just about anything can go, but nothing like this we'd ever been involved in before.
So I got the buy-in from the engineering team, hung the phone up, called Mongolia. Got onto Tamir. Tamir, we got this problem. Customers, trailer's caught on fire, sent me across the photos. Are you keen to do the rebuild on it? Tamir being Tamir, he's like, no problems, get the trailer in here, let's give it a crack, let's see what we can do. And that's where it all kind of started. Got on the phone, I called Matt back, and I said to Matt, mate, we're gonna do it.
Matt jumped on a call with Patriot Campers. They'd been following our journey so far, and after they heard what had happened, they wanted to help keep it going. Their team was confident that the trailer could be repaired, and they offered to cover all the parts, which was a huge lifeline.
I think what happened with Matt and his family is probably the epitome of what Patriot Campers has talked about for the past 10 years, being unstoppable. I was aware about what Project Wild Earth were doing. I wasn't completely aware of the detail and all of the really great humanitarian stuff that they were doing. I just knew that there was a family doing a global trip in this X3, and it's a big commitment for a family, particularly with young kids.
We knew it was going to be the long haul, but it was just that warm, fuzzy feeling that the manufacturer of the trailer is going to help you. They know what they're talking about, and they said they're going to provide the parts that you need. That takes you an awful long way to get out the hole you're in.
We don't have very many flammable products in the design of a Patriot camper, and that's intentional. You know, we don't use wood. We very much limit the composites that we use, the fiberglasses, the resins, anything that's fuel for a fire.
We spent a lot of time at the start brainstorming exactly, how we were going to understand the complexities of it. We discussed sending stuff over there for a week. TIC have been a dealer for quite some time, but again, we haven't even seen anything like this. So we were unsure as to, if they were going to be able to carry it out, if they were going to need assistance, all of the back and forth and the technical understanding of, all the tricks of the trade, I suppose. So yeah, and in the end, Tamir and the team at TIC, they had, full faith that their team could carry it out. So we backed them in doing it and sent them over the parts.
Get in touch with you guys so quick and you responded so quick was very unusual for any company. So we were hugely grateful, because a big part of us was like, they're not going to reply in time, or this will have to go up and down the train, or they're going to be too busy.
Whilst I could hear in their voices that they were extremely thankful and surprised by the comments and the reaction, I could also hear that they were very sceptical. Integrity is the #1 value that this entire company lives by. If I say I'm going to do something, there's no two ways about it. It'll get done. One way or another, it'll get done. So I had all the faith in my team. We've strategically set up the dealer network right around the globe, for this reason, There is a reason that Mongolia was chosen, and a reason that we set up Mongolia. We do, ironically, we have a lot of customers that travel in that region, Day one, it arrived. I think it was there for 3 or 4 hours, and they had the thing stripped down to bare bones. When I got the first video call from Tamir, once the trailer was stripped out, it was high fives around the whole engineering team, because we got it right.
Patriot Camper really suits the whole environment for Mongolia. So that's why, I personally chose Patriot Campers. And then from then on, it became like a business idea. What if? And then, me and Justin, we clicked like this. It was just one phone call. And then it was just I like you. And then he said, yeah, I like you too. Okay, let's do it. I think we opened it August of 2019. Yeah? And ever since then, we've been dealing with Patriot Campers, like small trailers to big trailers.
When we got to Mongolia, I remember Justin saying, this is a pretty nice showroom and a really nice job that these guys have done. And so that gives you a really good sense of, okay, that a lot's invested in this. These guys are serious, they know what they're doing.
Personally, we broke trailers of ours in the past. The way the Patriot Campers structure the trailers, asking you guys to send over parts, and then we fixing it, just that one part is broken, then we can fix that panel and things like this.
There's a lot of expertise here, and instantly that just sets you at ease. And then, yeah, they just got cracking almost immediately. The trailer came in, and it was right, off with the old, on with the new.
As soon as, they came in, they were quite tired, they were a bit down, but then, the whole spirit uplifted, obviously, after 2 weeks. Doesn't matter if you're friends or you just met 1 second ago. It's always about helping and getting so if somebody's stuck in the middle of whatever, in the middle of nowhere, you have the urge to help them. even though we don't know like what's the problem is. You know, you might get yourself into like big trouble by helping them, but that's the spirit of it. Yeah.
I think everybody felt the pressure internally at Patriot Campers throughout the entire project. You know, I was driving it from the top, and the team banded together like we normally do in these sorts of times, in these situations. You know, they went the extra mile just to ensure that we could get these guys moving again.
Oh, the kiddos haven't seen it yet.
There was one thing to see, you know, that these Patriots are unstoppable, I suppose. They can go through, you know, such a bad accident, come back to really looking brand new. But then, you know, there was also the reaction of, you know, Matt's kids and Matt's family and stuff like that to see that they could continue on, you know, doing what they do and what they love in a Patriot camper. It was overwhelming.
This was a new level of pride for me. To have a team like Patriot actually come together, do something that was outside of their job descriptions, outside of what they were doing, and to devote a significant part of their time to actually pulling something like this off, I couldn't be prouder of each and every one of them. Wow.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Thank you very much, guys. I'm not sure what you actually saw of that, but you can see obviously the kids are excited and the amazing job you guys have all done here.
Mate, you're welcome. The whole team, obviously, everyone's put the effort in, mate, and it's amazing to see that end result. Amazing. It looks. Obviously, we're not there. We can't touch it and feel it. But wow, I think the boys they've knocked it out of the ballpark. The team at TIC, mate, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, they did an awesome job.
You know, like that fresh smell that you get like with a brand new trailer. It was almost the same thing, yeah.
It was a big challenge for everybody involved, but the reward far outweighed any of the cost.